Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Coin Lovers. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of US half-dollar coins. While most of these 50-cent pieces are only worth face value, a select few are extremely rare and can fetch big money in the collector's market. In this video, we'll reveal two of the most valuable half-dollar coins of the United States, their history, unique features, and why collectors are willing to pay huge amounts to own them. So grab your coin jar, check your pocket change, and let's see if you've got one of these hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Let's get started. The Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most beloved and recognized coins in U.S. history. First struck in 1964 following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, this coin became a tribute to America's 35th president. By the time we reached the year 1977, the Kennedy half-dollar was already in its 14th year of production. Earlier issues were made of 90% silver in 1964, then reduced to 40% silver from 1965 through 1970, but starting in 1971, including the 1977 half-dollars, the coin was minted in a copper-nickel clad composition, making it much less valuable in metal content, but still important for collectors. The coin represents both a political and cultural memory of Kennedy's legacy, as well as an evolving piece of U.S. numismatic history. The obverse design of the 1977 half-dollar features a left-facing bust of President John F. Kennedy designed by Gilroy Roberts, who served as chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The reverse design, created by Frank Gasparo, displays the presidential seal, a heraldic eagle with a shield, olive branch, arrows, and a ring of stars above. This powerful imagery represents strength, unity, and leadership. The words United States of America and half-dollar bear inscribed around the border. One reason collectors love the Kennedy half-dollar is that its design has barely changed in over 60 years, making each year of issue part of a continuous and highly collectible series. Now let's break down the mintage numbers. In 1977, the Philadelphia Mint struck about 43,598,000 half-dollars with no mint mark. The Denver Mint struck around 31,449,000 half-dollars with the D mint mark. The San Francisco Mint struck over 3.25 million proof coins, which were not intended for circulation but rather for collectors, packaged in special sets. These high mintages mean the 1977 half-dollar is not considered a rare coin in circulated grades. However, as we'll see, condition-proof quality and mint errors can make certain pieces much more valuable. For most people, finding a 1977 half-dollar in circulation means you're holding a coin worth 50 cents in spendable money. However, condition plays a critical role. Coins in average circulated condition don't usually command premiums, but coins in uncirculated grades such as MS63, MS64, and higher can be worth anywhere from $2 to $15, depending on demand and appeal. Coins that are exceptionally well preserved, with sharp details, full luster, and no contact marks are always sought after by collectors. Even though millions exist, high-grade survivors are far fewer, and these can earn you solid premiums. Proof versions of the 1977 half-dollar are a different story. Struck at the San Francisco Mint, proof coins are specially made using polished dies and plankets, resulting in mirror-like surfaces and strong contrast between the frosted design and shiny background. A typical proof coin might be worth $4 to $8, but deep cameo proofs graded PR67, PR68, or PR69 can sell for $25, $50, or even higher depending on the market. Collectors of proof sets often seek pristine examples to complete their collections. This is one of the most common ways the 1977 half-dollar can be worth significantly more than face value. One of the most exciting areas of coin collecting is errors and varieties, and the 1977 half-dollar has several notable examples. Some collectors have reported double die verses where parts of Kennedy's profile or lettering show doubling. There are also off-center strikes, clipped plankets, and struck-through errors where foreign material interferes during minting. These can transform a 50-cent coin into a collectible worth anywhere from $50 to several $100 depending on rarity and demand. Always examine your half-dollars carefully under magnification, because even small mint errors can make a big difference in value. The market for Kennedy half-dollars has remained steady over the years. While the 1977 issue is not rare, it is often included in date 10 mint mark collections, which means it still carries demand. Younger Collectors who inherit coin albums often find Kennedy half-dollars among them, and they usually become curious about their value. This steady demand ensures that high-grade 1977 half-dollars proofs and error coins remain relevant in the coin trade today. Grading services such as PCGS and NGC report thousands of 1977 half-dollars submitted for grading, especially proofs and high mint state examples. Although millions of 1977 half-dollars were minted, finding one in superb condition is not easy. Coins that grade MS66 or higher are much scarcer than lower grade uncirculated examples. For example, an MS66 coin might be worth $75 or more, while an MS67 could fetch several $100s at auction. Proof coins with deep cameo designation in PR69 are also highly collectible, as only a limited number of coins displays such striking contrast. This rarity in grade is what makes certain examples of the 1977 half-dollar worth far more than their common circulated counterparts. If you're a collector, the best way to appreciate the 1977 half-dollar is by building a complete Kennedy half-dollar set. These coins are affordable, fun to collect, and historically important. Start by adding one from each mint: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you want to take it further, hunt for proof coins with deep cameo finish or certified mint state coins graded by PCGS or NGC. And don't forget to check your coins for potential mint errors. Many collectors specialize in Kennedy half-dollar error coins, and these niches can be both exciting and rewarding. To wrap up, the 1977 United States half-dollar coin is generally a common coin, but its true worth depends on condition, proof status, and mint errors. Circulated coins are usually worth only face value, while uncirculated examples can reach $2 to $15. Proof coins range from $5 to $1.50 plus, with exceptional deep cameo examples fetching even higher prices. Rare mint errors and top-graded specimens can be worth hundreds of dollars. While this coin may not make you rich overnight, it carries a lasting historical tribute to President John F. Kennedy and remains a cornerstone of American coin collecting. If you enjoy learning about coins like this, make sure to subscribe, like, and share so you never miss our next deep dive into the fascinating world of valuable coins. The Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1960 following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in November 1963. The U.S. Mint rushed to redesign the half-dollar as a way of honoring Kennedy's legacy, and Americans embraced the coin immediately. For years, the Kennedy half-dollar saw widespread circulation, but by the 1980s, fewer and fewer people were using them in everyday transactions. The 1984 edition is part of that transitional period when the coin was still being mass-produced for circulation, but was already becoming more of a collector's item than a coin you'd get back as change at the grocery store. This makes 1984 an interesting year to study both historically and numismatically. The obverse of the coin displays a left-facing portrait of John F. Kennedy designed by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts. His initials GR are found on Kennedy's truncation at the shoulder. Around the rim you'll see the word Liberty, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is placed just below Kennedy's chin. The year 1984 appears beneath the bust. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the presidential seal, a heraldic eagle with wings spread, holding an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and defense. The eagle is surrounded by a ring of 50 stars representing the states, along with the inscriptions United States of America and half-dollar. These details remain unchanged across most Kennedy halves, but condition and strike sharpness can make a big difference in collector value. The 1984 half-dollar was struck at 3 different U.S. mint facilities. The Philadelphia Mint No Mint Mark produced about 26,029,000 coins. The Denver Mint D Mint Mark produced slightly more, around 26,262,158 coins. Finally, the San Francisco Mint produced both clad and silver proof coins for collectors, totaling more than 3 million proof strikes that year. The mint mark can be found just above Kennedy's neck on the obverse. When talking about value, it's important to distinguish between these different mint versions, because proof coins and higher grade business strikes can be far more desirable than heavily circulated Philadelphia or Denver examples. For most 1984 half-dollars that you might find in circulation today, the value is equal to face value, just 50 cents. Millions were minted and the majority were put into circulation, which makes them quite common. However, most circulated examples are worn down with scratches and dull luster. The real money comes into play when you find a coin in mint state condition, meaning it has never been used in circulation. An MS-63 graded coin might be worth $3, $5, while MS-65 examples can bring $15, $25 or more. Very high-grade specimens like MS-67 or MS-68 are rare and can sell for several $100s at auction, since collectors seek the absolute best. Examples available: the San Francisco Mint struck proof coins in 1980 for both in clad and in 90% silver versions. A standard clad proof coin generally sells for $5, $10, but if it has strong deep cameo contrast, where the frosted design sharply stands out from the mirror-like fields, values can climb to $20 or more. The 90% silver proof coins are particularly desirable because of both their beauty and their intrinsic silver value. Each silver half dollar contains about 0.36 ounces of pure silver, meaning its melt value changes with the silver market. Today that alone gives it a baseline worth above $10, $15, but pristine proofs in original U.S. mint packaging often sell for $25, $40 or more depending on condition. Collectors love error coins, and while 1984 doesn't have a famous or widely known double die, it's still worth checking your coins carefully. Some known collectible errors include off-center strikes where part of the design is missing because the coin was not struck properly in the collar, clipped blankets where a small curved section of the coin's edge is missing, and die cracks or cuts which appear when the die itself develops flaws. Even minor errors can raise the value from 50 cents to $1.50 or more, while dramatic errors can fetch hundreds. Always check your 1984 half dollars closely under magnification. You never know what you might find. If you're building a Kennedy half-dollar collection, the 1984 issues are an essential part of your set. A great way to collect is to aim for one coin from each mint: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you want to go further, you can try to collect the clad circulation strikes, the proof strikes, and the silver proof. For the serious collector, it's worth sending your best examples to grading services like PCGS or NGC to preserve their condition and potentially increase their market value. Proper storage is crucial. Keep them in coin flips, capsules, or albums to avoid tarnishing. And remember, the difference between a $1 coin and a $100 coin is often condition. The Kennedy half-dollar series remains one of the most popular modern U.S. coin series, and while the 1984 issue is not considered rare, it still holds long-term potential. The silver proofs will always retain a baseline value tied to silver prices, which adds security for investors. Meanwhile, registry collectors who build top-quality sets are always willing to pay premium prices for the highest graded examples, making rare MS-68 coins potential sleeper investments. Over time, as circulation examples disappear and proof sets are broken apart, the supply of pristine 1984 halves will shrink, leaving strong coins with lasting collector demand. So there you have it, the complete story of the 1984 Kennedy half-dollar, from its historical roots in the memory of President John F. Kennedy to its patriotic design to the millions of coins struck at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. This coin is a true piece of American heritage. Most are worth face value, but in mint condition, proof quality, or silver versions, the 1984 half-dollar becomes a valuable collectible. Don't forget, always check for errors, always protect your coins, and always keep an eye on the silver market if you're holding proofs. If you enjoyed today's deep dive and want to keep learning about coin values, rarities, and history, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. Your support keeps this channel growing, and together we'll continue exploring the fascinating world of coin collecting.